So if we start with the most lofted club, and that's the 58 degree Vokey in the SM7 version. So the 58 degree has got 8 degrees of bounce and is the M grind. The next lofted wedge we've got is the 54 degrees Vokey SM7. It has 14 degrees of bounce and is in the F grind. Finally, the third specialist wedge in the bag is a 50 degree. It's got 12 degrees of bounce and again is in the F grind. The wedges are all customised and stamped. We've got cack-handed on one, Mars bars on another, and the third wedge has got sandwiches on it. The cool bit for you tech guys out there is this is the KBS rainbow shaft in a 130 gram version. I recently popped these shafts into the wedges mainly because I wanted something a little bit stiffer and a little bit heavier. Just gives me slightly more confidence. I don't want to feel much flex or much twist and torque in the club as I'm playing shots, and it lets me feel that I can actually go at these wedges a little bit harder than I would a normal wedge shaft. If we're having a bad day with our short game, at least it looks really pretty while we're doing it. The iron we're using is the 649 MB Tour. Probably should have cleaned the clubs before doing this video. I went up to sub 70 and was fitted for these irons in September last year, and they've been in the bag ever since. Shaft fitted is the KBS Tour Graphite, which is made to play like steel. For me it feels slightly lighter than steel, and we are getting on a little bit now. We're in our 40s and we need a little bit of help, and this shaft I really like. It's giving me a slightly higher ball flight. I'm also hitting these irons probably a club and a half further than the night clubs I had previously. It is quite a classic looking iron. It's got a very thin top line. I also like the fact there's not a lot going on the back of the golf club. It looks pretty good when put in the bag as well, but it's relatively easy to hit. It's slightly easier to hit than some of the bladed irons I've had in the past, and it's quite forgiving. It's a fully forged head as well, so you can change the lofts and lies on them, which I will probably change the lie angle at a later date. And they are standard lofts and lies. All my irons are fitted with a lambkin hybrid grip, which basically is cord at the top and then a soft rubber at the bottom. It's also in the +2 version, so it's fractionally thicker than standard. That is the view looking down the club. So we basically got the lambkin on the back, and that's what you can see as we address the ball. The ferrules are customised, they're pretty cool as well. Black, silver and white. The makeup of the set is 4 iron to pitching wedge. Do like a good custom head cover. Up the hammers. 3 woods in the bag, and the first one under the West Ham head cover is my most lofted wood, which is a PXG 7 wood. The Generation 5 7 wood. It's 21 degrees aloft, which is adjustable, but at the moment I've got it set to 21 degrees. I really like this club at address. I like the fact it's two-toned as well. Small X alignment aid, and I also like this sort of black ring around the actual very back of it. This frames it nicely with the PXG logo as well on the actual, towards the heel of the golf club. Quite a narrow but reasonably deep face as well, which is good. I hit this from a variety of lies. It's good out the rough, it's good off the fairway, and I also hit it occasionally off the tee. It's fitted with a stock shaft, the Armour S70. PXG grip fitted, and this club was just literally bought off the website. They were $199 when I bought it. I just fancied a couple of new woods, so I ended up buying the 3 wood, the 5 wood and the 7 wood, but I've only really stuck with the 7 wood. I do have the option of the 3 wood that I may put in the bag during the summer if I'm not hitting the driver too well. Next, underneath the DHG Ryder Cup head cover is my Ping G430 5 wood. And this club is the oldest one in my bag. 18 degrees of loft as well in the 5 wood version. Again, set completely at standard. It is the max version as well. This one was fitted by Harry last year, and I really do enjoy this club. It's a great club. Again, I can hit this off the tee, off the fairway as well. I shape it nicely from right to left as well, which gives me another option for my driver. I did buy the 3 wood in exactly the same spec, but once I did a bit of testing on the quad, I actually hit this with more carry and more consistent, more accurate than the 3 wood. So I dropped the 3 wood out and sold it and just stuck with the 5 wood. Go get your numbers checked, because you might be carrying a 3 wood when the 5 wood is actually a better option. Again, nothing too exciting about this shaft. It's just their tour shaft. It's in the stiff version, 75 grams. Fitted with a Golf Pride 360 round out. The driver, if you haven't seen the video, look back and watch it and you will see the fitting I had up at PXG, and this is what's underneath the head cover, and that is the Black Ops PXG driver. And that is a beautiful looking driver. 10.5 degrees of loft, which we've stuck with. 60 gram 60 low spinning shaft, which plays almost like extra stiff, so it's stiffer than my Fairway woods. And thank you to PXG for sending me that driver. Now we go on to the putter. Under the head cover we have a sub 70 mallet putter. That's the view from the bottom. Fitted with the Jumbo Max grip. The grip is on the side as well, and it is in the arm lock version. That's a pretty classy stealth head cover as well. That's a Scott Redmond one. Honestly, I didn't want to use this putter this year, but start of the year, I've had a few issues on the greens and just feel a little bit more confident putting this back into the bag. The arm lock will prevent rotation through impact, and I tend to yip the putts and occasionally literally shut down that face and miss straight left. I know it disappoints many people, it even disappoints me. I'm hoping that this will get my confidence back, and then during the summer we can revert back to a more traditional style putter. Ball of choice for this year, Titleist, Pro V1X. I bought 6 dozen double logoed because they were cheaper, but I actually quite like the logo because it allows me to do a line around my ball to join the logos up and just to add like an extra putting aid. You might have noticed, for anyone with a keen eye, this isn't this year's Pro V1. No, it's not. It's the 2022 version. Again, not because I like that particular version any better than any other. It was just mainly on price. With having to buy my own golf balls now, saving sort of £2 a ball is a considerable amount of money to save, and that's the reason that I'm using an older ball. On a side note, I do actually keep a couple of yellow golf balls in my bag. I tend to play a lot of my competitions early in the mornings on a Saturday and a Wednesday. Sometimes with the light it's hard to see the ball, and also a little bit of dew in the summer, the ball sometimes sits down. And I find yellow slightly easier to see in particular light, so I keep a couple of them in my bag just in case I'm struggling with the vision from the white ball. Glove this year will generally be either a Titleist player's glove or one of the FootJoys in the Stay soft one, so a nice leather glove. I feel it's important to have a leather glove, particularly in the summer. It just gives me a slightly better feel. My winter glove, or when the weather's not so great, that is actually a Strixon. It's a little bit of an old one. I could do an upgrade and get a couple of new ones. There's a player's glove. Little tip for you: if you've got a nice glove, keep it in the original packaging. When not using it, it will last a lot longer. Carry several of these sub 70 ball markers in the tour version. Always used a poker chip for the last sort of 5-6 years, and I will stick with using the sub 70 poker chip. A couple of new additions to the bag this year, and I've kept it in all year, and that is a towel. Should probably have said a spare towel. I obviously carry a towel on my golf bag, which is the open one in the rainbow colours, but I carry a spare towel as well. I found it really helpful this year, so if it's raining, it's brilliant. You pop it in the top of your umbrella, you can keep your hands dry, keep your drips dry as well. But also in the summer, your hands I tend to sweat quite a lot through the hands, and it's good just to have a towel. I will dampen that in the summer as well, which again helps just to remove any sweat from your hands, especially that one day a year where we get a bit of sunshine. GPS wise, I'm using a Shot Scope watch. It's one of the older versions, but it still works perfectly well. I use that completely for yardage. I don't gather any stats or anything from that. That is purely for yardage. I tend to use the watch more if I'm playing a vlog. A quick gander at the watch, pick a club and hit it, rather than spending time trying to hit a flag. As long as you hit the middle of the green, you're never going to be too far away from the pin, so it just helps with speed of play during a vlog. My laser is a Shot Scope. It's the Pro LX version, got the England flag on it as well. Got a slope option there as well, obviously turn that off when we're playing a tournament, but it's a really good, slightly cheaper than the Bushnell, but equally as good. But that's the laser that I'll be using for this year. It's amazing what you find in your bag considering I don't eat chocolate. This year as well, I've decided to carry more liquid. So I carry a Lucozade Sport, and I also carry lots of water. So it'll be 1 bottle of water in the winter, so it'll be 2 drinks. And in the summer, I'll put an extra bottle of water in, so it'll be 2 bottles of water. I'll also carry some fruit. I'm going to do that this summer. We spend sort of 4.5 to 5 hours on a golf course, and if we're playing a 36-hole event, it's obviously double that. And it's important to keep hydrated, and you don't want to be hungry either, so it's important to have a few snacks not just chocolate based or energy based, but also something that's going to be a bit more slow release. So I'm going to put an apple or a banana in my bag for every tournament I play this year. Bag wise, it's the Monsoon that's in the Hooper version, fully waterproof, which I think is a must if you're playing golf in England. Probably not the best colour, white colour, so we've got a little bit of brown mud stains on the white fabric. Best thing about this bag, other than the fact it's fully waterproof, is where the hood is kept. Separate compartment, it's attached as well. Pop straight over your club, so easy to use, so easy to find as well. Also acts as a little bit of comfort onto the back as well. A little bit of extra padding in there, but thumbs up for Ping for that design. So that's what's in the bag for 2024. And unfortunately, I can't guarantee that will be the only what's in the bag for this year. And thanks to Sub 70 for the continued support in 2024, it's very much appreciated. If you are interested in Sub 70 products, whether that's clubs, apparel, etc., then there is a discount code which you can use, which is Lester10, which will give you 10% discount off all Sub 70 products. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you're liking these videos, hit that subscribe button. Also check that you're still subscribed. I've had a few messages of people that somehow, and I don't know why, but YouTube has unsubscribed them. So if you could just check, I'd really appreciate that. And we'll see you very soon for another video.